I am Nick Shell, the living legend of hair loss. And here's what I've been thinking this week. You're going to see this in all the videos where I'm wearing this shirt. I'm coming to an end of an era here. I'm planning to reboot this channel where it's not really focused on hair loss anymore. It's focused more on masculine identity. And I think if this goes well, I can still keep most of my viewers and we can talk about something that actually matters, the male identity, and celebrating that without reducing ourselves to hair loss. That's my intentions, but the free market will reign. It has nothing to do with angry comments people leave, thumbs up or thumbs down. It's ultimately about who's gonna watch this content if I don't put hair loss or receding hairline in the title. That will reign supreme. So I'll know from that where to take this direction. But man, for me, if I actually cared about hair loss, how pathetic would I be? Let's unpack this for a moment, okay? Let's just put this in perspective. We all know I'm turning 38 years old here in April 2019. This is my birthday month. Born in 1981, April of 81. I'm turning 38. If I wasn't already pushing 40, I'm definitely going to be pushing 40 when I'm 38 years old. Imagine, just imagine, if in real life a guy actually cared that much about his hair loss, or even the topic of hair loss in general, that's pushing 40, okay? A guy that's been married for like 10 and a half years, has 2 kids, has a real job that I'm very proud of and very skilled at. But the guy actually cared so much about hair loss, he just shot, 2-3 videos a day and put them out there. Like, just because he was that fascinated, not only by his own hair loss, but by the topic in general. Imagine how pathetic that would be. And it's amazing. And it shouldn't be as a thing. I should just accept this as truth. Okay, this is me accepting it as truth. There will always be a decent percentage of my viewers who have no idea that I make money from these videos, from the ads that show before. That on this channel alone, I made over $4,000, and that's not counting my other channel, Family Friendly Daddy Vlog. When you watch YouTube channels of people who regularly create content, they're getting paychecks from Amazon on a monthly basis. That's why they keep making videos. And it's just me catering to the free market here. Oh, you want me to talk about hair loss again? Okay, let's do another one of these videos. And I've been doing that for years. But it's just like with on the show Lost with the island. They always had a certain protector of the island, and then their time was done, and somebody else kind of took over that part. Not that I am necessarily not going to talk about hair loss anymore, but the thing that we're really focused on here, when it really comes down to it, if you really reduce what this channel is about, it's about the masculine identity from specifically an American perspective. That's worth exploring, that's worth celebrating, that's worth actually talking about. Hair loss, just imagine though, can you imagine if I wasn't making money from these ads? Okay, I just thought, hey, it'd be fun to talk about hair loss several times a day and make these videos. That'd be pathetic if you were me. Like, I would really pity a guy who's pushing 40 and is that obsessed, not only about talking about hair loss, but about his own. And that's why I get those comments all the time. But Nick, you can still get a hair transplant. You can still take Propecia. You can still save your hair. It's like, how many different ways can I say I don't care about the topic of hair loss? I've accidentally been propelled to be the #4 hair loss YouTuber in the world. That's a fact. No one, I've begged you to prove me wrong. No one's ever proved me wrong that I'm the #4 most popular YouTuber about hair loss. And here's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of people who are in sitcoms and they become so identified with that part. They become typecast as that person. For example, David Schwimmer from Friends, who's in his 50s and still has a juvenile hairline. But imagine with him. He can be in other stuff. He can be in that O.J. Simpson thing, and he did a great job as Kardashian guy, but he's always going to be Ross Geller. Certain people become that person. And, for those people that were on the show Friends, or even on the show The Office, shows that last a decade, like that Cheers, shows that last a decade, well, what happens is they're so good at playing that part, and they're people, the free market, the audience sees them as that part, that's what they become known for most. But in reality, how did they feel about playing that part? I think a lot of those people don't enjoy playing that part the whole time, maybe at first, especially when it rose in popularity. But can you imagine? Okay, what is this, season 7, season 8? Okay, I'm going to play this idiot on this sitcom again. Specifically on Friends, I'm thinking of Joey. What an idiot. I mean, his character was an idiot, a true idiot. So, can any of you like imagine how I feel about this? A guy who doesn't care about hair loss. So, this shirt signifies the end of an era. I really am just focused on redirecting this channel, carrying my audience to a new place, and that is to celebrate masculine identity. That's what I care about. That's what I think I'm good at. I'm good at communicating. I'm good at gathering a younger male audience. And my new vehicle is going to have a lot to do with that, because I think that's going to draw in even more of a masculine identity once we all find out what that's going to be, once I release that information. I just think it's important to tell you how I actually feel. That's why I decided to put on this yellow shirt, so when you can say, okay, these are the last episodes of his hair loss channel where he's 100% dedicated to hair loss. Can any of you, like, can you feel me on this? Can you get where I'm coming from? I've made over thousands of videos about this. I'm saying the same stuff over and over, and people keep subscribing and watching anyway. I'm like, we're still doing this. Oh, okay. But the Angry Video Game Nerd, he's like maybe by default my favorite YouTuber, and I've watched him the whole time. But he's in the same situation. By the way, he and I are the same age. But he's in the same situation, Angry Video Nerd. He's got his other channel, Cinemassacre, where he's doing movie reviews. And it's like, okay, well, that's not what I knew him for, but now that I'm watching his other videos, I'm like, oh, well, actually, these are good, and this is interesting how he breaks apart the Indiana Jones movies to talk about which one's truly the worst. Like, okay, well, that's different than what I'm used to him talking about, but I can appreciate even him not even being in character anymore. He's just like being himself, just casually talking. And I think that that's really where I'm at. I don't want to just keep doing hair loss videos for the sake of knowing that an audience is going to be there and continuing to grow. I just feel that we're growing up. I feel that we need to grow up. And I feel that everything that's said about hair loss, I've already said 5 different ways in 5 different videos. And again, when you get to the point where you have to make a video about whale urine, is that not the jump the shark moment, as if I've not had about 7 of those moments? If that's where we're at with this discussion, it tells you ultimately how irrelevant it is, and instead what is relevant. The male identity, what truly makes you attractive as a male, what makes you a likable person. And it's just silly to live in this illusion that you're actually judged by your hair when you are, I mean, I say it all the time, we're judged very harshly as men. Not on our hair, though. On all those other things I always talk about. And when I say celebrating the male identity, it's just that so many of you are too young to have enough life experience to know who you are, to know what you're good at and bad at. So you have to depend on something so silly like hair. And the irony of it is, the older you get as a guy, especially out of your early 20s, women are definitely going to be judging you by different standards, and you're still going to be living in high school worrying about your hair. Instead, they're judging you by how much money you make, what your skill sets are, how confident you are, how you treat other people, that you can make her laugh, that you can make everybody laugh, that you can help people, that you seem cool. And that's the tragedy, is that so many people get caught up in this hair loss thing, and it's just irrelevant. So, I mean, my heart's not in hair loss. I don't know that it ever was. I just kept accepting the paychecks that I got from Google or Amazon or whoever's paying me from the ads. But I think that I can continue to make videos, but it's about stuff that I actually care about. And I know that there's still going to be people that deny that the fact that I really don't care about this topic that I'm making all these videos on. So, okay, the yellow shirt series, those last couple episodes where I had to just kind of think out loud and sort where I am with this. And I'm very excited about my plans on rebooting this channel to celebrate masculine identity and not just make 2 or 3 videos a day about hair loss. I'm not saying I'll never make another video about it, but I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to grow up. Aren't you? Seriously? Right? Is anybody with me? Comments? Right here.